Hey everyone, my name is Jacob K and I done my zine on abortion rights. I'll go into the reasons during the zine presentation as to why that stood out for me. It was a family emergency and a really scary time for us, especially my wife. So I wanted to do my presentation on abortion rights. So a brief history, apologize for my hands. In 1880, all states have laws restricting abortion access. In 1910, abortion is federally illegal. In 1973, the Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade made access to abortion legal in all states. Then in 1976, Hyde Amendment made using federal funds for abortions illegal. And recently in 2022, the Supreme Court case Dobbs v. Jackson's Women's Health Organization then overturned Roe v. Wade. As for the risks to the home abortion, prior to Roe v. Wade, many women would get illegal back alley abortions with several consequences, and the consequences are the ones that follow: birth defects and failed abortions, uncontrollable bleeding, sepsis, injury to internal organs, extreme illness, and death. So here's a couple of reasons that someone would get an abortion. Instances of severe health risk to fetus and or mother, which I'll go into on the next slide. Instances of rape, age of mother, and the one that's more controversial that I would say some people, especially my experience talking to, don't see this as a reason to get one, but I wanted to put it in here myself. And this is a very, very valid reason for abortion, as no one should have a reason to do with their body what they want. So post-Roe in Kentucky, this is just from personal experience. My wife had a miscarriage last year in June. The doctors were really afraid that was an ectopic pregnancy, which is incredibly harmful to the person carrying the child and can even result in death. As my wife cried and asked the doctor if there was any medicine that she could take, the doctor, with all her sadness, looked in her eyes and said, given the new laws in Kentucky, I can't legally answer that question. We will need to get someone else here to answer that for you. As you can imagine, my wife was heartbroken, obviously just lost the baby at the time as well. And due to their laws, it could have been a lot worse and more dangerous for my wife. So continuation of post-Roe in Kentucky. As of June 15, 2022, Kentucky is one of the 13 states with a trigger ban on abortion. For those that don't know what trigger ban is in Kentucky, it means at 6 weeks and is also referred to as a heartbeat ban. And why abortion access is so important, starting with Brittany Watts. She was 22 weeks pregnant when she miscarried. She was arrested a few weeks later for a felony abuse of a corpse. Celeste Burgess, she was a 19-year-old who took abortion pills. She pleaded guilty to illegally concealing and abandoning a dead body. Lizelle Herrera was arrested after seeking help for complications from a self-induced abortion. Kelsey Norris was denied life-saving abortion for an ectopic pregnancy, the same one that my wife had. Kate Cox was forced to go to another state for an abortion after she was denied one in Texas, even though she had a non-viable pregnancy. And finally, Amanda, she got sepsis from her non-viable pregnancy, which resulted in bad tissue scar, and now she can never be pregnant again. Finally, it's not the clearest, but these are the states that have made abortion illegal. So in nearly all cases, typically they're going to be your red conservative states, if I'm being honest, and the ones it is legal in are more traditional blue democratic states, your Washingtons, California, Oregons, New York, Pennsylvanias. But unfortunately, in a lot of the South and the state we live in, it is still considered illegal, and doctors will not help you even if your life is in danger.